This is a $200 compound bow kit, fully decked out. And I don't know how good this thing is, but let's find out if it's good enough to get someone into archery. So a couple weeks ago, I released a video where I was reviewing tons of gear off of Amazon. And one of those products was Sanlita arrows. Now I disclosed it in the video and I'll disclose it here again. Sanlita sent out those arrows to me, and it wasn't, on their account of reaching out and seeing if I wanted to review their product, anything like that. I was gonna buy them anyway. I'm just kind of cheap, so I reached out to see if they would, want to send them to me, and they did. So pretty nice of Sanlita, and they're actually pretty decent arrows from what I tested with them. From the shooting that I did with them, and since then kind of making some arrows that I built just to have like a fun set of arrows that I don't really care if I lose them too much. But for the price, I mean, it was 24 arrows for less than $100. It was pretty good. So Sanlita reached out after that video and said that they wanted to send me something else, so they sent me this bow. They were talking about it. This is the Dragon 7 hunting bow that they just released. Now I know what you're thinking. There's obviously not a super good reputation with gear off of Amazon, and I feel like bows off of Amazon especially kind of get a really harsh treatment. And to a certain extent of that, I can understand. I definitely don't think that this bow is going to hold up to a $2,000 bow, but I think that the scope we have to put it in is that it's not meant to. This is a beginner archery kit. It is, less than $200 for everything on this bow. The sight, the rest, the stabilizer. It comes with a quiver. I just can't shoot with it on because I'm shooting it left-handed, and this is a right-handed bow. But it has all the ingredients to make a compound bow cake. So in all honesty, I figure why not put it through its paces, shoot this thing, see if it would be a good bow just to get someone into archery, whether you have a kid, you have a girlfriend or a wife who wants to just shoot with you but isn't thinking about getting all too serious. And who knows, this thing might surprise me. I might be willing to shoot a turkey or shoot a doe with this thing. There's definitely a realization that has to happen that at some point, the mainline compound bows were lower quality than this bow right here. Now that might have been a long time ago, but people have killed giant elk with bows worse than this. That's just a pill that we all have to swallow, and a pill that is just true. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing sighted in at 20, 30, and 40, maybe stretch it out to 50, and then we'll be good to go. This thing does come with 12 arrows. I have 5 out right now, but we'll see how many I need. This thing is really adjustable. It goes from, I think, like 10 pounds down to 70. I have it set somewhere in the middle right now, just because I'm gonna have some buddies shooting this weekend. Nice. And I will have a target camera set up after this group here. Let's go check it out. Now, obviously, this group's not really a secret to me. It's 20 yards. I don't have terrible vision, so I can kind of see where they're going. And I'm pretty surprised. For the first group at 20 yards, didn't sight it in or anything. I felt one of those arrows pull on kind of the back wall pretty hard. I was pulling through the shot and it broke pretty late. It was that last arrow there. But that is the group. 20 yards, not hitting super terrible. Let's go ahead, get that thing sighted in, and we will see how it can finish out to 40. Alrighty, 20 sighted in. Let's send some at 30. The back wall on this thing is definitely pretty mushy, and whenever I'm trying to actually pull through my shots, I can feel it kind of getting squirrely. It's like right there, I'm pulling a bit too hard and it's making it go higher than what I think I have it sighted in at. Okay, one more group at 30 here, then we'll back it out to 40, see how it fares up. Yeah, this thing is locked at 80% let off, and I mean, it definitely, like I said, that back wall is pretty spongy, so the ups and downs on these things are kind of squirrely, like that one there. I feel like I pulled through a little bit more, and that one went a little bit higher, so I don't think creep tuning on this thing is really an option. Last arrow here at 30. Nice, yeah. Pulled through a little bit, that hit a little high, but left and right, they're all pretty good on the groups there. So let's go check those. We'll send some at 40, and we'll wrap it on up. Alrighty, 5 arrows at 40 yards here. Let's see if this thing is even on. Ooh. From here, that thing looked like it dropped in pretty nice. So far, it looks like this thing's shooting better at 40 than it did at 30. I think I've kind of figured out the back wall and where to hold on this thing, so. Yeah. Last arrow here. One felt a little high, so let's go check him and we'll talk about it. So this thing shoots decent out to 30, 40 yards. Kind of in that range. Fun fact, Jacob and I actually got this thing out to 55. With how it's set up right now, with the weight that it's at, we were using the bubble for basically our pin at 55 on the site. But still, it reaches out there. So, I mean, it definitely is able to fire arrows. I don't think that was really in question, but just with this whole set, which online you can get this for $150, which is less than any other like youth beginner bow set. It's cheaper than any diamond bow, any bow that you're gonna get from Cabela's, anything like that. It is the cheapest bow that you'll get with everything on it that's gonna perform the way it is. All of that aside, who is this bow for? Because, you know, I'm not saying that you should go out and instead of getting a Matthews lift, get the Sanlita Dragon X7. Not at all. There's obviously, like, this bow does not compare to a bow that is $800, but compared to any of the bows in that class of like the youth bows that are adjustable up to the point where an adult can shoot them, it's the best that I've shot. And if the thing that's kind of stopping you from that is worrying about, you know, where this comes from as far as country of origin, any bow in that price range from any of the main manufacturers is still gonna come from China. You know, Diamond, PSE, any of their lower end bows, they're gonna make in China. The limbs might be USA made, but these limbs are also USA made. Everything else though is gonna be Chinese, just like this bow. And in all honesty, I mean, this thing is probably set at like 40 to 45 pounds. You can crank this thing down to 70, and I would not hesitate to shoot a doe with it or something like that at 20 yards. Just the way that I have it set up right now, if I got a week behind this bow, so I really kind of figured out all of its quirks and just did like a quick and dirty tune, I guarantee you I could throw one of my arrows in this bow, shoot it, and kill a doe with it, no problem. I definitely think this bow, honestly, is perfect for 3 people. First 2 is gonna be, you know, a kid or somebody who doesn't really know the difference between super quality gear or isn't gonna be able to shoot the difference between super quality gear, and you're a parent who wants to get them a birthday present or a Christmas present or something, and you get them this bow. And with that, they have everything they need to go out and get shooting. They have arrows that they are gonna lose, let's be honest, but it's not gonna break the bank going out and shooting those, and then you can get more arrows for cheap from this same company. You know, it's also good for somebody like a significant other, whether it's a girlfriend or boyfriend or fiance or husband and wife, whatever it is, who you shoot and they want to shoot with you. They might not want to hunt yet, but they're just kind of on the fence about getting into it, and they want something that they can just take to the range and go ahead and shoot. Now, I know that's really hard for me because I feel like I pay more attention to my fiance's setup than my own setup, but her first bow was a PSE Micro Minus, which the bow itself, without arrows, without anything, well, it came with like 3 fiberglass arrows. It was more than this whole kit. So it's definitely something where if that's the case and you want, you know, somebody to get into archery with you, but they don't know if they're fully going to commit and get a full setup, get them this bow. Odds are it's going to fit them. It's widely adjustable, and they're going to be able to tell if they want to get into archery from there. And, you know, at the end of the day, if they upgrade, chances are you're probably not going to jump from this to a flagship bow. Maybe you will. But if you jump from, you know, this to like a mid-range bow or something like that, you still have a either backup bow or like a fun bow that you can just shoot for fun. That's what this thing is going to be this weekend. We're going to be shooting the brakes off this thing at my bachelor party. And the third person that I think this bow is really good for, and really the type of people that I try to talk to and speak to the most on this type of channel, are people who maybe don't have the money right now to get a flagship setup. They maybe don't have, you know, $800, $1,000, let alone $2,000 or $2,500 to go out and spend on a really expensive bow. And there's somebody who really wants to get into hunting. They have read into it, they've watched all these videos, they have seen so much positivity come out of the hunting space, and they just don't have the money, so they want to shoot a bow like this just to get started. If that is the case and you're in a situation where you can only spend $200 on a bow and you just have a super tight budget, then yes, get this bow. It is the perfect bow for that situation. It will do more than enough for you to get you into the sport of archery. And at the end of the day, if you are shooting a bow, if you have good intentions in mind, wanting to get into archery, and you just want to be able to be out in the outdoors, be out shooting a bow, and just be in that culture and be in the positivity that is, you know, the archery community. Because at the end of the day, if the price tag is the thing that is keeping you from getting into archery, getting into the outdoors, getting into just hunting in general, and it's something that you really want to do, you cannot be wrong for getting a bow like this. Because I love archery, I love the community, I love hunting, I love anything like that. Being able to get outside is some of the most peaceful times that you will have in your life, and just be out in nature, chasing deer, chasing elk, whatever it is that you're doing. And if this bow is the thing that starts that journey for you, then this bow is perfect. That is where I stand on this bow. It would honestly make me so happy, and I would respect the crap out of it, showing up and seeing somebody rocking this bow to like a 3D shoot, just having a blast. That's honestly, that's fun in my mind. So that's what I think about this bow. I could be wrong. I'm sure some of you will let me know down in the comments below that I am. But if you don't, and if you agree with me and you like something about this video, go ahead, comment down below as well. If you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, like the video. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, or if you guys just want to see more content from the channel, first of all, check out some of the videos that I've already posted. We have tons of them. And second of all, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos that are coming out. I have a lot of videos kind of backlog in prep for this hunting season. And then of course we have the hunting videos that are gonna be coming out probably around the November time frame. I like to build up a little bit of a buffer space, so that way when I drop my first hunting video, I have time to film and edit all of the other ones for the rest of the year. So looking around that November time frame when the first hunting video for this year will drop, but I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for you guys to watch it. Thank you guys. If it wasn't for you guys watching and your feedback and just the community that we've built on this channel, I wouldn't be making these videos. And we're starting to grow pretty fast. I'm very excited for what the next year holds. But yeah, thank you guys very much. Have a blessed day. We'll see you guys later.